Hey everyone, welcome back with a new lecture with ISO 9001 2015 edition. And last requirement of this clause, and that's not considered as a requirement but considered as an action. If you applied PDCA, plan, do, check and act, that after you will evaluate the performance of organization and all processes inside the organization and evaluate the performance or conformity of product or service to the requirement, then based on this you will have some actions. So based on the results of monitoring and measuring and also analysis and evaluation and management review that we did in performance evaluation, you will have some actions. Appropriate actions shall be taken. These actions shall lead to continual improvement, and from the evaluation you will have some opportunities for improvement. So the organization shall find out opportunities for improvements and implement appropriate actions to meet customer requirements and also to enhance the customer satisfaction. And these actions can include the following points. Improving products or service. You need to improve the quality of product or service provided to the customer to meet customer requirements. Outputs shall meet the inputs requirements and to enhance the customer satisfaction. And you need to address the future needs for your customers. Based on the industry that you provide to the customer, you should study the market to find out what the customer need in the future, and you should try to be involved in this type of operation and try to find out what your customer needs. Then you will have all resources required to this future needs, and based on this you will have more customers in your industry. And to apply this, you should have many surveys in the market to ask customers about the future needs, and also you can have a questionnaire form to ask your customer about his needs in the future. To be compatible with these needs, you should have all resources required for his needs, and also include correcting, preventing and reducing undesired impacts. For any non-conformity found in the quality management system, you should have corrective action, appropriate and the immediate actions as I explained before. To make correction for this non-conformity and also to prevent reoccurrence of this non-conformity in the future. Also preventing and reducing undesired impacts. And as you know that preventive action has been replaced by risk-based thinking, so you should make risk analysis for all processes inside the organization to find out, as I explained before, all risks that may have a negative effect on the process, product or service provided, and try to eliminate or reduce these risks. And also to find out all opportunities for improvement to improve the quality of your process or product or service provided to the customer. And if you apply this, you will reduce undesired impacts on the product or service provided and also on the quality management system. So if you apply corrective actions required for any non-conformity found in the quality management system and applied or implement the actions to address risks and opportunities, that will lead to improving or enhancing the performance and effectiveness of quality management system. Second point, which is very important, and that's why I explained many times, non-conformity and corrective action. Non-conformity, for any non-conformity occur, as I explained before, for any non-conformity occur, you should find appropriate and immediate action, not only to remove this non-conformity or to control this non-conformity, but to prevent reoccurrence of this non-conformity in the future, and that will be by determining if similar non-conformity in any other process exists or could occur. So you will prevent reoccurrence of this non-conformity in the future again. And the effectiveness of action taken shall be evaluated and documented by the responsible persons, shall be evaluated by the quality team as example, and then they will have a specific form. They will record the non-conformity found, then they will send to the responsible person to find out solution or corrective action for this non-conformity. Then he will record the corrective action that he did. After that, quality team, they have to evaluate the effectiveness of this action taken, and the responsible person to find out the corrective action shall have an evidence for this corrective action. So evidence also shall be attached with this form. So the effectiveness of action taken shall be evaluated and documented along with the originally reported information about non-conformity corrective action in this form, and evidence shall be attached. After that, you can use this to update the risk register in the risk register form, to update the risks and opportunities for improvement. And also you should know the difference between corrective action and preventive action, and why they replaced preventive action by risk-based thinking. Corrective action, as I said, to make correction, to make the appropriate and immediate actions to any non-conformity found, and try to prevent reoccurrence of this non-conformity again. But preventive action, to prevent the occurrence of non-conformity from the beginning. You have to apply some controls in the beginning to prevent this non-conformity to happen in the future. So there was a confusion between corrective action and preventive action in most organizations. They thought that if they prevent reoccurrence of non-conformity, that means this is preventive action. That's why they replaced preventive action word by another word, which is risk-based thinking. And finally, if you applied all requirements of this standard on your organization, you will meet customer requirements and you will enhance the customer satisfaction, and that will lead to improving quality effectiveness of quality management system and continual improvement. Continual improvement is the goal of this standard, and also is the goal of your organization. If you applied monitoring and measuring for resources and all processes inside the organization, and if you analyze the data and evaluate these data, and if you apply management review, whatever results you will get from all of this, you will lead to continual improvement in the future. That was the end of requirements for this standard. I wish I met your expectations, because also you are my customer, and I wish these informations were helpful enough for you to improve and increase your knowledge and to be able to apply easily 9001 2015 edition in your organization. Thank you, and see you in another training course.